Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing yet another monthly TBR video. So obviously August is starting in a couple of days and I am so excited because I feel like August is like kind of the kickoff of my fall reading. I know that sounds insane. I literally do not care. This is when I really start to dip my toes into the more like cozy, almost fall feeling reads, so I'm really excited to go through my shelves and select some of those today with you guys. I didn't end up doing a July TBR video because I had like just done my summer TBR, I had like a bunch of summer-ween books that I was gonna read, and honestly, I haven't really been doing that much reading in July outside of summer-ween, so I'm really hoping that in August I can get back on track and start reading more consistently. I've just been feeling so tired and drained throughout the month of July that reading has not been like my priority, but I'm really hoping that in August I can get back to it. I can feel refreshed and things can just get back to normal. So I'm really excited to kind of choose a TBR that's going to set me up well for my August intentions. One of my other intentions in August is to kind of get my space like in order and refreshed as well. And thanks to the sponsor of today's video, who is Quince, I don't think that'll be very hard. Quince is one of my favorite online places to go look for clothing and accessories, but specifically I really love their home goods. All their pieces are super high quality while still being very affordable. And since I am still in the process of like getting my apartment sorted, organized, all that good stuff, they so kindly sent me a couple more things which I have been loving. I actually don't have them to show you right now. I'll show you like in the B-roll because I'm using both of them right now. The first one being this stunning ceramic non-stick cookware set. Now normally I am not a huge fan of cooking. I actually kind of hate cooking a little bit, but having this high quality and honestly beautiful set of pans to use makes the experience so much more enjoyable. These really feel like they're gonna last forever and they're also super easy to clean, which again makes it much more enjoyable. And I did also choose some more bedding from them because I absolutely love their bedding. They have so much of it and it is all so cute. But I decided to go with a staple, and that is just this organic percale sheet set. I decided to get it in white so it would go with all of the other bedding that I have from Quince, and I just absolutely love the material of this. It's 100% organic cotton, so it's really smooth and breathable and it's kind of perfect for like these hotter summer months. As I said, all of these pieces just feel so nice and high quality, and I really do feel like they're going to be staples in my life for so many years to come. So if you guys would like to check out Quince or any of the pieces that I have talked about, I will leave a link to their website and links to these specific products below. Thank you so much to Quince for sponsoring this video and supporting me and my channel. And thank you so much to those of you who are watching this video for always supporting me and my channel. Your support truly means the absolute world to me, and I could not do any of this if it weren't for you guys. So thank you so much. So with that, it is now time to select my August TBR. And the first step of this I'm super excited about, and we're gonna move up to my desk to talk about it really quickly. So one of the major things that's going to be guiding my reading throughout the month of August is actually my Patreon readathon that I'm doing. It's a month-long readathon. It's gonna be really fun. And I'm doing another board game kind of readathon, so I wanted to show you guys the game board, and I also wanted to roll together for like whatever my first prompt is gonna be. So I can either choose it now or like be on the lookout for that as we're going through my shelves in a minute here. So let me show you my readathon for August. I'm so excited about it. So in August, we are doing the Skin of a Killer readathon. It is obviously a Twilight themed readathon. I made this game board. I'm so excited to start using it. And basically how it works is you roll dice. I think I'm gonna roll maybe one die. I'm gonna roll one die, I think, for this, since it's for the whole month. And every single one of these little spots corresponds to a prompt, which I have the prompts in my computer and I'll look at them in a sec when I roll. And every single one of the prompts is like inspired by a quote from either the Twilight movie or the Twilight book. And let me tell you, this is the most fun I've ever had putting a readathon together, and I've always wanted to do a Twilight themed readathon. So if you guys want to come and join us in August for the Skin of a Killer readathon, I'll leave my Patreon link down below. So let's roll and see what we get. I'm so excited. Okay, so we have two. What is prompt 2? All right, prompt 2. The quote that I used is, "I'm the world's most dangerous predator," and the prompt is to read a book featuring vampires. Oh, this is perfect. I'm so excited about this. I just told my patrons what I got and they told me to read Twilight, which is certainly not happening, but I have many ideas in my head of what I could read for this, and honestly it feels like the perfect start to the readathon. So I'm not gonna choose it just yet, but we are going to be starting at my vampire shelf. So I say we just go take a look and see what I can read for this prompt and just see what other books I want to read this month. I'm so excited. All right, so as I said, we're gonna start off with my vampire shelf up here because obviously that would be the easiest place to find books to fit the prompt. But I also want to pull out this library book as an option because I picked up Hungerstone by Kat Dunn during Summerween, I think. And this could be a really, really great option. So we're gonna start with this, but I'm gonna see what I have really quickly that I haven't read yet. So I could read Mina and the Undead, which is one I've been meaning to read for so many years because the author so kindly sent me a copy of this and I really want to read it. It sounds fun. What else do I have here? I have The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice. I don't think I want to read this, but I'll pull it off anyway. And I think those might be all of my unread vampire books. But I feel like the answer's obvious for this one. Like, I know which one I want to read, so I'll probably read that one. I feel like I have a stunning lack of vampire books on my physical TBR. That's just not right. I have to remedy that. I mean, I could also do the Twilight reread. I'm probably not going to do that, though, so let me mull. I'll tell you at the end what I end up choosing. All right, moving on to the top 2 shelves that are on my next shelf, because I don't have any books on the other shelf that I could even potentially read. But we kind of have like my spookier books and then my classics on this shelf down here, as well as one of Daisy's like stick toys. Don't mind that. I only put it there because she would literally eat the feather if I didn't keep it out of her reach. But I'm thinking one that I want to pull off of this shelf is It's Alive by Julian David Stone. This is like a fictionalized account of the filming of the like Universal Frankenstein movie, I think. And I feel like this could be some fun like pre-fall reading. It's not like exactly a spooky book, but like it's kind of a spooky book. So I'll pull this off. And then a book that I'm thinking of maybe finishing up on this shelf down here is Dark Tales by Shirley Jackson. I started reading this one for Summerween and I never finished it, so I think I might pull this off and try to finish it this month. But I think that's it for both of these shelves, so we'll move down a bit. All right, moving down, we have the continuation of my classics and then like some other just hardbacks, really. I definitely have some in like this little section right here. These are like my top priority classics, so obviously I want to prioritize some of them. The first one I'm thinking I really would like to read in August is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. I feel like August is the month of the cozy murder mystery, and that's exactly what Agatha Christie writes, so I'm gonna pull this one off. And then I also really would like to read Frenchman's Creek by Daphne du Maurier. This feels like a really good kind of like end of summer book, so August kind of feels like the perfect month for this one. And then moving down, I'd really like to make some progress on my 2026 TBR. I want to continue to make steady progress on my yearly TBR. So I'm pretty sure Electra's on my yearly TBR. I think it is. Hang on, I guess we could look. Oh yeah, it definitely is. It even made it on the little collage. So I'm gonna pull off Electra and hopefully read this one this month. It has been on many a TBR, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe I'll actually get to it this time. And then another really great kind of like end of summer read that I'm thinking is The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young, so I'm gonna pull this one off as well. All right, moving over here, I'm primarily gonna be looking at this shelf because this has like maybe the highest percentage of like unread books that are on my shelf right now. Well, one of the shelves with like the highest percentage. We want to talk about like the classics unread percentage because that's just way too much. Am I feeling anything off of this shelf really? I could read like The Rhythmatist by Brandon Sanderson, but I kind of maybe want to save that for a little bit later in the year. Maybe Uprooted, maybe The Last Unicorn, but I don't know if I'm actually really feeling any of those like for August. Like Uprooted is kind of feeling like September to me. And for some reason The Rhythmatist is like just a later in the year read. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe none of these I want to read. And then like all of these are like read. And I don't think there are any on here that I want to read. Well, that's a bit boring, isn't it? But actually, you know, there's a book that's like in this stack over here that I'm thinking I might want to... I'll put it on the August TBR. Whether or not I'm going to read it is a different story. But I would kind of like to continue my Bronte reading that I've been doing because I recently, well, like semi-recently picked up this copy of The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, which maybe I could read in August. I read Jane Eyre last August, so now I'm kind of feeling like another Bronte for August could be fun. I don't know, so I'm gonna pull this one off and we'll decide, we'll see. Then as for the shelves under that, a lot of these I have read, so like I really only have one off of this shelf that I want to read. I feel like this is getting so boring because I've read a lot of the books that are on my physical TBR, but I did recently acquire a very exciting new release, which is obviously Heartstopper Volume 6. I'm so excited about this one, so I'm gonna obviously, well, I'm not even just gonna like put this as an option, it just is on my August TBR. And seeing as this is now the state of my TBR pile for August, it might be time to stop choosing books. Especially because I have some books that I need to read in August that aren't even on here, so we'll go through it. We'll talk about it. It's not gonna be that crazy, I promise. All right, so I might have lied. It is looking a little bit crazy. Obviously, I need to whittle this down a little bit. I don't think I have this many books in me for August, so as we go through, we'll like take some out and it'll be better. First of all, I want to talk about some book club reads that I haven't shown you yet, but these are like, there wasn't an option. Like, these are just on my August TBR. The first one being Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. This is a part of a book club that I have for my Patreon called Voluminous Volumes. And we're supposed to make it up to like 2/3 of the way through the book in August. So I have a lot of this book to read. I did not read enough of this book in July, so I have a lot of catching up to do. But this is definitely going on my TBR, and I actually have started this. I'm about 40 pages into it, and I'm really, really loving it so far. So I cannot wait to read some more of this throughout the month, but I'm not gonna be like finishing this in August. Then next up I have my normal Patreon buddy read, which is going to be The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst. This one describes itself as a cozy contemporary fantasy, so I do believe this is set in the real world, but it has like magical elements to it. And I think we're following a main character who is going to help her aunt who owns a quaint inn in Vermont, which sounds really, really fun. I think this one is YA, so I'm really interested to see how I feel about Sarah Beth Durst's YA release. But I've really, really loved the books that I've read out of the Spell Shop series, so I cannot wait to jump into this one. And I just want a cozy book for August, so I think this will be perfect. And then I do have another like Patreon buddy read that we're doing this month. It's more of like an unofficial buddy read, but I am going to be reading this book. And that is Divergent by Veronica Roth. I decided to pick this one up from the library because I do not own my copy of it anymore, unfortunately. But like everybody else, I read this when I was initially in middle school, and I loved this at the time. And I'm a little bit scared to go back and read it and see how it really is, but I feel like it'll be just fun to like laugh at it. So I cannot wait to reread Divergent. And the reason why we're rereading this is obviously because there's another book coming out in the series. Honestly, I have no idea what that book is about. I don't even know if I'm that interested in reading it, but I was interested when my patrons wanted to buddy read this. So I was like, absolutely, we will read this. Then we can talk about the books that I pulled off of the shelf. I currently have 9, and I'm thinking I maybe want to take off like 1 or 2. So I'm thinking one of the first ones that I'm going to take off is actually The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. I'd like to read this, but realistically, I just don't know if I'm actually going to. I also feel like maybe this could be a better like October, November kind of read. I know it's a little bit like darker in tone and whatnot, so maybe not like the best read for August. So for now, I'm gonna kick it off of my TBR. One book, however, that is not getting kicked off my TBR is obviously Heartstopper Volume 6. I am so excited about this one. I've been reading Heartstopper for like 5 years now. I think that's when I read the first one, was about 5 years ago. And I can't believe the series is coming to an end. I am literally so sad. Don't talk to me. It's gonna be like so bittersweet actually reading this and finishing it. But I'm so interested to see where Alice Oseman is going to leave off Nick and Charlie's story. Also, once I read this, I can watch Heartstopper Forever, which recently came out on Netflix. So lots of great Heartstopper stuff in my future, even though it'll make me sad. Then I have my vampire pick for my readathon, which is gonna be Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. This one, I believe, is a retelling of Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. It is a compulsive feminist reworking of Carmilla, the queer novel that inspired Dracula, which I read Carmilla a couple years ago. I didn't like love it, but I feel like I have the potential to really, really love like a retelling of it where it actually like leans more into those like sapphic undertones that are in the story. I've heard really, really excellent things about this book and just Kat Dunn's books in general, so I cannot wait to get into this one and have a fun vampy time. Next up, I definitely am going to keep Frenchman's Creek on my August TBR. Again, as I said, this seems like the perfect end of summer read. I believe we're following a woman who like falls in love with a pirate, which sounds like a great summer read to me. So I'm really interested to see what I think about this one. I loved Jamaica Inn, which I read a couple of months ago, so I've been really excited to read some more from Daphne du Maurier. And I'm just intrigued by this one. I can't wait to get into it. Then I have a book that I think I put this on my summer TBR, so I'd like to read The Unmaking of June Farrow sometime in August. This one, I actually don't really know what it's about. I think it's got like time travel in it, maybe, but I could also be super wrong about that, so like don't quote me, but we're just gonna see with this one. I want to go into this one specifically not really knowing too much, so we're just gonna see. Then next up I have Electra by Jennifer Saint, which is obviously a Greek mythology retelling, if you couldn't tell by the cover. This one is following kind of the curse that's on the house of Atreus and how that is affecting specifically the women that are kind of being pulled into that cursed family. I really liked Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, so I've been wanting to read this one for a while, and again, this is on my 2026 TBR, so I'd like to knock another book off of that TBR. Then the last three I have are more of like my August into September-y, kind of like spookier mystery kind of reads, I guess. The first one being The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. I really want to do like some cozy mystery reading in August. A couple of them I'm gonna pick up from the library that I like have planned, but I don't have them yet, so you will see those when the video comes out. But one of them that I'm going to be reading that I own is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. This one I also don't really know much about, aside from the fact that Roger Ackroyd gets murdered, so that's all I need to know going into it. Sounds good. Then I have Dark Tales, which is just a short story collection that I'd kind of like to read throughout the month. I read like 4 or 5 of these maybe, so I have like 10 left. So that feels super doable for August. Will I actually like remember to read these? I don't know. But I'm gonna try to, because I would like to finish this up because I generally like the ones that I had read so far. Then lastly, I have It's Alive by Julie and David Stone. As I said, this is like a fictionalized account of the like lead up in time to the filming of the 1931 Frankenstein movie, which I watched for the first time last year, and I really, really loved it. I've really enjoyed all of the Universal Monster movies that I've seen so far, so I thought this sounded really interesting, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but I'm really excited about it, so I'd like to read this one in August as well. I mean, I only took 1 book off of my TBR. I feel like 8's not too bad. 8 isn't terrible. I mean, that doesn't include the buddy reads, but honestly, I can't really think of another book that I want to take off my August TBR. So I feel like that's a sign that like this is just a good TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed going through my shelves and picking my August TBR with me. As I said, I'm super excited for my August reading, so I hope you guys are too. Obviously, I would love to know what are some books that are on your guys' August TBR. Do we share any? Are there any new releases coming out? Oh my gosh, I forgot about Daggerbound. That's coming out at the end of August. I probably won't read it until September though, so we'll talk about it when that time comes, but oh, I'm so excited about that one. But yeah, I'd love to know what are some of the books that are on your guys' TBR. But with that, we've reached the end of the video. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're having an amazing Monday or whatever day it is that you are watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.